Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Monday. All right, so here's the next episode, your Monday episode for our Twin Flame Collective Energy Check-in. I literally just had all the cards fly out. I've just positioned them right as they flew out, so I even haven't even had a chance to process the information to give you a quick synopsis. But I will tell you just from just like kind of the down and dirty, it really feels like we're still completing this cycle. Okay, the wheel has come up a couple of times in his space and in the future energies. It's also, the tower showed up again in the divine feminine's headspace. But, there are some honest messages here. There are some very honest messages here from the masculine when we talk about, what his 3D messages are to his feminine. So it really feels to me that he is in a place where he's in a lot of conflict. Again, I think that there's something going on with, his personal situation in his life, whether it's work or family or something. So it's kind of, created a little bit of conflict for him, which is what truly I find is the Seven of Swords energy. Is like he's withholding that. He doesn't want to tell you that he is not feeling good about himself right now, that he doesn't feel like he's on top of his game. He feels like there's some lack in him at this time. And so therefore he is also not sharing with you quite how he feels because he's just not feeling whole. Okay. So, just a reminder, if you want to book your own personal session with me, my website is queenoflight1111.com. So please go there to book a reading. I'm also booked about 3.5 to 4 weeks out. So just heads up, if you guys want to get on the calendar, I would do it ASAP because I do plan on taking the week of Thanksgiving off. I'm probably only going to work that Monday of Thanksgiving. And then when I return from that break, I probably will be extending my office hours to take on more readings because there's been a lot of people that have wanted to book but just need info ASAP, and I'm just trying to help everybody and it's just not possible. I'm one person, so if you guys can be patient, great, please book. If you can't, then I'm sure there's someone else out there that can help you. But again, I hate turning people away, and I will be increasing my office hours after the Thanksgiving break. Okay, so queenoflight1111.com if you're interested, and if you're not following me on Instagram, please do so there. My handle is Queen of Light 1111 on Instagram, and I do post free readings there as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Bottom of the deck for the Divine Masculine, we have the Death card. So this is very much his overall energy. And it's not just death in the sense that transformation of a relationship, of this relationship. He very much wants to transform this, wants to have an honest relationship, wants to do this right, wants to heal the connection with his feminine. But this is also, the Death card is also about transformation in his own person or things that may be going on in his life at this time. So, he's very much transforming himself. Okay. He's having a hard time with it. I'll tell you that much. He's having a hard time with his own transformation, let alone trying to transform his relationship with his feminine. So this masculine is in a bit of a struggle. Interestingly enough, I don't usually do this, as you guys know, but the Eight of Cups is at the bottom. It was right underneath the Death card. And so this is also about moving away from behaviors, relationships, people, friends, family that do not serve him. So that is part of his transformation, is moving away from things that don't serve him or serve the connection at this time. So this is that major transformation. This is this tower moment that keeps coming up. There's a big shift. He's also, going through some karmic cycle here with the Wheel of Fortune. So if there's injustice, if he treated people poorly in the past, okay, it is coming up. He's got the wheel again, and then the wheel comes out in the future. So there's, with the tower and the wheel together, it's just very much like, and the Death card, he's very much going through this karmic cycle for himself where he is really being challenged at this time by his own life, by his connections. Okay, so he is very much in some conflict, and he knows he needs to heal. So we'll get to that. Bottom of the deck for the feminine, Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Remember, we just said Eight of Cups in was the second card underneath the Death card. And we have Eight of Cups here, and we have Eight of Cups in the future energy. So this is very much about she too moving away from things that don't serve her. Her second card under her deck, and just to be fair, is the moon. The moon comes out in his 3D message. So she's sick of secrets. She's sick of not knowing what is happening. So her Eight of Cups energy is like, if you don't start getting out of this Four of Pentacles energy, this moon energy of where you don't share information, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away. The Queen of Wands didn't show up today. The Queen of Swords did in her space, but she's going to walk away if he doesn't start to give her some clue as to what is going on in his life. Okay, so those are the bottoms of the deck. Now let's go ahead and get started. What is in the Divine Masculine's headspace? You know, 5 cards. I did 5 cards just to kind of get a little bit more of a story. In his 3D want and in her heart space, 2 cards flew out together when I asked for the 5th card. So I will let you know what those are. They're very interesting and they very much go together. So when the Divine Masculine thinks of his feminine, when he's thinking, when he's noodling this relationship, what is he thinking? Page of Wands. He wants to send a message. Okay, this, remember, I keep saying this couple is in communication. So if you're not in communication, take what resonates. Okay, take what resonates, leave the rest. But this collective is in communication. And also there's a lot of people saying, well, I used to resonate, I still resonate, but we're not in communication. Is this reading still for me? These readings are general. I'm not channeling anything specific, but I do know for a fact that this is a collective that is in communication. Why? Because those are the clients that are also coming to me. They're in communication. They're starting union. They're strategizing how to have a successful relationship through my coaching sessions. So it's very much, I know that this is the collective that I'm channeling. So that's how I know that they're in communication. So again, take what resonates. In his headspace, Page of Wands. He wants to, you know, send her a message, like real talk to her, continue to talk to her, okay? But bluntly come in with the truth with this Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is like this blunt energy, flies in, boom, drops the bomb, right? And gives her all the info. But I feel like with this Knight of Swords, he's really trying to reel himself in, because then the King of Swords flew out right after. Interestingly enough, the King of Swords also is a duplicate card in her headspace. So now we have a match, okay? And so what he wants to do is he wants to send this message. He wants to come in quickly and tell her what's on his mind. And I love that we have swords here, because swords are thoughts. Swords are mental. It's what is actually going on in his brain. So he wants to send the message. He wants to come in quickly, but he is reeling himself in because he wants to be thoughtful and choose his words when he talks to his feminine about what is happening in his life, okay? And then we have the wheel. The wheel, as I mentioned, comes up in their future, okay? Which is the cycle, is the wheel's gonna turn, the cycle's gonna complete for them. And so here in his headspace, he wants this cycle to end. And it's also, you know, we have conclusion as his 3D message. He wants to conclude this cycle with her, and get into better times. But this is also, remember I mentioned, he's also paying for some karmic debt, like things that are happening. So that's what he wants to communicate. He wants to communicate what is going on in his life, why he has been so rigid with his information, why he has withdrawn. He wants to communicate that, okay? And then lastly, with the Four of Wands, you know, this is about stability. It's about structure. It's about marriage. It's about commitment, foundations. And so he very much sees her as like his rock, you know? And so You know, he views her as someone he wants to build with. And I say these things now because I've seen the cards that come out. And so he wants to communicate with her. He wants to bluntly come in and tell her the truth about everything. But he is being thoughtful because he has matured this time from the knight to the king. So he wants to be thoughtful. He wants to be eloquent. He wants to choose his words so he can successfully end this cycle with her and build a stable relationship, a solid foundation. Four of Wands is also the bottom of the deck right here for their connective energy. Okay, Four of Wands. These two want to get back together. They want to get back together. They want to build something stable and strong. Okay, so now what is in the divine feminine's headspace when she thinks of her masculine? Okay, what is she thinking? So we have the Knight of Cups. She wants him to come in quick too, but with a different thing, right? She wants him to, you know, share his feelings too, right? The truth, yes, and it's going to come up when I get to the King of Swords, but you know, but also tell me how you feel about me. Like, how are you feeling? What are you? You know, I know this is headspace, but this is her headspace. In her headspace, she's like, I don't know how you're feeling because you keep withdrawing from me, but yet we're communicating, but I feel like you get a little bit and then he kind of pulls back a little bit and then you get a little bit and then he pulls back a little bit. So she's like, can you please tell me how you feel? Okay? How you feel? What are you thinking? And then we have the Tower, and the Tower is like, she knows that he's going through something. The High Priestess did not come out today. The Moon did, but on his side. But she knows that something is happening in his life because of the way that he is behaving. She knows. She knows. She knows there's some Seven of Swords energy, which some withholding of information, which he admits to in his 3D message to her. So she knows there is a shakeup going on that is affecting this relationship, and she's demanding the truth. Queen of Swords. You know, the Queen of Swords is wise. The Queen of Swords will cut connections and cords if it doesn't work for her. Eight of Cups, bottom of the deck. She will do it. She's got the sword. She'll cut the cord, okay? And if he doesn't come to her with the truth and, you know, do it pretty quickly in the right way, like the King of Swords, which is the next card, and it's a match, King and a Queen, okay? Then if he doesn't come to her as the King of Swords with his words, with the truth, then she might cut him, okay? Not literally, but cut the cord with him, okay? And walk away. And in her headspace, so she wants this. What do you want from me? Tell me how you feel about me. I know there's a big shakeup with the Tower. You are my perfect match, but I'm wiser. I need the truth. I need you to come to me with your words and the truth and build something so we can have this new beginning in the 3D with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, that's in her headspace. Now, what is in his heart? Okay, what's in his heart? Here's where the retreat comes in. In his heart, we have some pain. We have some pain for him. We have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a match. It is in her 3D space. And so this is what I'm getting from this. The Eight of Pentacles in this heart space. Heart space. So if it was in the 3D space or if it was in his head space, I'd be like, maybe he's numbing himself through his work or his craft, but this is in his heart, okay? So when it comes up in the heart, for me, this is about wanting to work hard at the commitment this time. This is about wanting to be dedicated to the commitment. This is about wanting to invest. This is about wanting to create something and build it and work at it. And for me, in this space here, he wants to work hard at this relationship this time, okay? But he's got conflict. Five of Wands. Five of Wands comes up in her 3D message. So what we have here is a conflict. There's a little bit of a battle in his heart space, okay? There's a lot of stuff going on with him right now. And I'll just give you a quick sneak peek what's going on. Right now, he's withholding information. As we know, he's numbing his wishes, right? He is being very, very stubborn with the data that he is giving. He is trapped in his thoughts. But what's happening in his heart space is he wants to work at this relationship with her with the Five of Wands, but he just doesn't feel like he has the self-worth at this time to dedicate and commit to this relationship. There's a lot going on in his life. You know, there may be family issues, there may be work issues, there may be money issues. So this Five of Wands is conflict where there's other people involved, and it doesn't have to be third party, and it's not third party. I didn't get one Three of Swords message. I didn't get one karmic partner. I did not get one shadow-y card that would indicate. So this is very much that in his life, he is going through some turmoil, which is in his heart space, getting in the way of him progressing this relationship, this progress. Ace of Pentacles is the next card, which is in her headspace. So he wants to work hard, right, with the Eight of Pentacles, but he has this conflict in his heart space because he knows he wants to have this new beginning with her in the 3D. He knows it. He knows it, but he's in some conflict. And so he's retreated. Four of Swords, repeating card in her 3D message. And so, you know, he wants to work hard at the commitment. There is a conflict at this time in his heart space. He's got a lot of balls in the air. He's got a lot of stuff going on. But in his heart, he does want to have a new beginning with her in this world, in this life. So at this time, he's just taken a little step back, okay, and withdrawn so he can kind of assess. And he's just stressed. The Nine of Swords, he's feeling a little insecure. He is, you know, probably not sleeping well. And he's just, you know, and I say insecure because he gets this, he's telling her in the 3D message, not to, you know, like a spoiler alert, but he's telling her that he has self-worth issues right now. He's feeling lack. And so with this retreat, with this Five of Wands and the Nine of Swords, he, in his heart space, he's just not feeling like he's on the top of his game. Okay, this masculine, I'm telling you, I feel like this masculine is this like usual emperor energy, King of Wands type of energy. But he's just not at the top of his game right now. He's got a lot happening in his life. He's retreating. You know, he's got numbing in his 3D message. So in his heart space, he's like, I want to work hard. I want to commit to this relationship. But I've just got too many balls in the air right now to offer her this new beginning. So I'm going to withdraw a little bit and just focus, you know, and he's telling you, and I'm a little insecure. So he's just trying to focus on, you know, kind of getting rid of some of the balls that are juggling at this time. You know, we didn't get the Two of Pentacles, but it just kind of energetically feels like for me with this Five of Wands is like there's just this inner battle for him. He just doesn't have clarity at this time, and it is getting in the way of this solid new beginning in 3D. Okay, that's in his heart space. So I did get Two of Pentacles for her. So here's what she has in her heart space. So when she thinks of him, she's juggling her mental and emotional state, right? She's like, I don't know which way to go with this. I really don't know. He's not really telling me much. I know that he's going through something because you, of course, you know, he's your twin, right? There's an energetic connection. So she's just very much at a little bit of an imbalance with her mental state and her emotional state. Because remember, in her headspace, she's like, ooh, the tower is coming. The tower is coming and or is happening at this time. And I want the truth. I want it now so we can have this new beginning, or else Eight of Cups, I'm walking away. Okay. And in the heart space, she's like, gosh, you know, she's trying to manage herself. Okay. But she's still reflecting. Six of Cups comes up in her 3D message. So, you know, while he's retreated a little bit, she's still nostalgic. She knows that this is a divine connection. She's reflecting. She's remembering the good times. This is also about reunions, past, you know, past lovers coming back. And so this is like, he's back. We're talking and I'm reflecting on the great times, but he's just not giving me the information for me to commit to this decision yet. Okay. We then have Justice. Justice comes up in the future and in his 3D space. And so, you know, this is the scales, right? So we just have Two of Pentacles. She's just, I need my justice. I need you to continue to balance the scales with me. Give me the information because right now we're talking. Okay, here's the scale. Right now we're talking. And so it's still, you not sharing information is totally throwing this off because it sends her into this tailspin of like, what are you doing? Why are you withdrawing? I'm going to leave you if you don't share. So, you know, she needs him to continue to balance the scales, okay? So she's juggling her head and her heart. She's reflecting. She wants him to continue to balance the scales. But then we got the Devil card, okay? This is, the Devil card comes up in his 3D space. Here's what I'm really getting because I know they're talking. This is like, I love you. I want to be with you. There's an exchange of energy that needs to occur at some point in time. And this is also second message that I'm getting is, they're a little bit in their heads, obsessive thoughts, right? About, what is happening, right? There's a lot of obsessive thinking, but this is in her heart space. So in her heart space, when it comes up here, I know that this is them wanting to get together in the physical. Okay, so I'm not going to go on about that. Draw whatever conclusions. So then I say that, right? Then these two cards come up together, the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. The Empress is the queen. This is the divine feminine. She's the queen, okay? She is the queen. This is also about, maternity. This is about birthing. This is about creating. And then when you have the Ten of Pentacles with it, this is like family. And what's interesting enough, and I don't want to give you the spoiler, but very similar cards for him in the 3D. So what she's wanting in her heart space, he's wanting to very much create in his 3D space. So here we have, I'm imbalanced a little bit in my head and my heart space. You're not giving me enough, but I'm reflecting. You've come back to me. You are a divine partner of mine. Please continue to balance the scales. But yes, I am so attracted to you still, and I want you back in my space. And I want to create with you and have this happy family, happy life, everything coming together in the 3D. Okay, that was really interesting that those two cards flew out together after the Devil. That's why I'm telling you, I think it's more of a energy exchange than it is a obsession addiction. Okay. All right, so then now we have the 3D space. What does this masculine want with his feminine in this world, in this life right now? What does he want with her? We have these cards and then these two that flew out together. Clarity. He wants clarity, and he wants to give her clarity first and foremost. And it's also new beginning, truthful new beginnings, okay? And here we have the Devil, and it's in her heart space. He wants her too. he wants her too. Okay, I'm not going to go on about that. But then he also wants to heal her. And so I feel like that kind of happens through that Devil's energy. That exchange is this healing, this tempering of the relationship, okay? And so temperance is like, this is kind of like balancing the scales. It's like tempering the relationship, hot and cold. And when you come together with that Devil's energy, right, with this physical attraction and then temperance following, that's why I'm really getting that, like she wants to create with him, and, he wants this clarity. He wants to give her clarity, and he wants to heal her through that energy exchange as well. And this is where I really got it, was 8 of Wands. Like, he wants to travel to her, he wants to talk to her, he wants to see her, to do that. And what is do that? The two cards that flew out that kind of went with this Empress and Ten of Pentacles, 3 of Cups and 10 of Cups. Because he knows, like, he got the 10 of Cups, she got the 10 of Pentacles. He wants to have a family with her. He wants reunion. He wants to get back together. And he knows that she is his perfect partner, okay? And remember, the King of Swords came up in his headspace, and then again in her headspace, but then she had the Queen of Swords. So they know they are each other's perfect match. And so he very much wants clarity and wants to give her clarity. He wants this physical exchange where they are able to heal each other, where he travels to her and communicates with her, and where they then reunite and are able to build this life together. Okay, that's what he wants in the 3D. I was like, oh my gosh. Especially the way, like, these two came out first, the Empress and the 10 of Pentacles. And then I started working on this spot. And so it was just like, whoa, the way it came out. The only two cards that flew out together, okay? So it's in the heart space for her, Empress and 10 of Pentacles. Only two cards that flew out together in his 3D space were these two, 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups. I mean, you couldn't ask for a more beautiful message. So now, where is she in her 3D space? What does she want? What does she want in the 3D, in this life? Come forward with the truth. I don't care if it's blunt. I don't care if it's blunt. But with the King of Wands energy, make a decision. Make a decision. Move forward quickly. Be ambitious. Be in your power. King of Wands, bottom of the deck, for the tarot clarifiers for the 3D. So it's a repeating card. So she's saying, just come forward already. Just come forward. I don't care about how you choose your thoughts. Just come forward, make a decision, tell me what is happening so that we can start to work hard on this relationship. 8 of Pentacles, repeat in his heart. So we can start working hard on this relationship, the lovers. This is a divine connection so that we can invest further, and this can be a valuable relationship to us. Okay, so I really feel like, you know, she's just like, you don't have to be eloquent, you don't have to choose your words, just come forward like the King of Wands, be in your power. Let's start working hard at this commitment on this relationship, and let's start investing. Okay, 3D message from the masculine to his feminine. Okay, bottom of the deck for the oracle, family. Couple of messages. Remember, I said there could be something going on in his family or in his life, which is that 5 of Wands. But then also I get with this Empress and the 10 of Pentacles, this 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, they want to create a family too. Okay, all right, that's what I got. Take the message. If you don't like it, that's what I got anyway. Then I got for the bottom of the deck, as you know, I got the King of Wands for the tarot clarifiers. Okay, so now 3D message from the masculine, and they all really go together. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's conclusion, and then it's numbing, and then it's the answer is yes, and then it is self-worth. Okay, so if that doesn't give you the message alone that he wants to conclude a cycle, but at this time he's numbing himself and this relationship a little bit because of his self-worth issues and because he knows he's trapped in his head. I mean, that's enough of a message, but I clarified each card. So what he's saying is, I want to conclude this cycle of secrets and withholding of information. 4 of Earth is a stubborn, rigid energy. It's like very like, I'm not going to share any info with you, right? Four of Pentacles is like in the traditional tarot Rider-Waite. It's this person that's holding the coin close to their vest where they don't want to share any data. And so that is also part of the moon's energy. He wants to conclude this. He's done keeping secrets. He's like, he wants to come forward. Remember, we have the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords and the Page of Wands and the 8 of Wands. He wants to come forward, man. He wants to come forward, and he wants to end this cycle of not telling her what is going on truly in his life, okay? His next message is numbing. He's numbing out his wish. She is his wish. 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups, okay? Ace of Pentacles, she is his wish. 4 of Wands, she is his wish. But right now, he's keeping that to himself. 7 of Swords. I hate this card, but I like that it came out the way that it did. Is he's just numbing his wish right now, and he's not telling her that that's what he wants. Okay, remember, in her headspace, she's like, please just tell me how you feel about me. He's not able to do that right now. He's numbing it out. Okay, then we have the answer is yes. What is he saying yes to? Yes, I need to balance the scales. Okay, this is the Justice card. Yes, I need to balance the scales, but I'm a little trapped in my head right now. Okay, and that makes sense. He is trapped because in his heart space, remember, he has the 5 of Wands. He's got a bunch of stuff going on. He's got the 4 of Swords. He's retreated. So what he's saying is, yes, I'm a little trapped in my heart space. All right, in my head space. I know I need to balance the scales with you further, but I'm a little trapped. His last message is self-worth. He's having self-worth issues, you know, but he's feeling like he's not at the top of his game. So right now he's a little defensive and he's just taking it slow. 7 of Wands, Knight of Earth. He's just trying to slow it down a little bit so that, yeah, he can commit, he can dedicate himself. Remember, he has 8 of Pentacles in his heart with what he wants with her, how he feels about her. He does want to dedicate himself to this relationship, but because he's feeling a little defensive about how he is feeling about himself, his self-worth, he's just not going to move forward as quickly with the Knight of Earth, okay? That is his 3D message. Next message, this is now from the feminine to the masculine. 3D message, mirroring. What is she saying by mirroring? Well, she's saying, Hey, you make plans with me, I'm going to make plans with you. Hey, you withdraw from me, I'm going to withdraw from you. That's how we're mirroring, okay? We're mirroring in that, yes, we both want each other with the devil's energy. We're mirroring in that we both want to create something with each other, get back together. We're mirroring that we both want this new beginning, Ace of Pentacles. We're mirroring that, yes, you are my perfect match, and I know that, right? We're mirroring in that we both want to dedicate ourselves, right? So they're mirroring. Yes, they are. But what she's saying is, if you make plans with me, I'm going to make plans with you. If you withdraw from me, I'm going to withdraw from you. Remember, she's wiser. She's the Queen of Swords. She will cut the cord. The next message is mute. He's quite, they're not, it's not that they're not in communication, but there's things that he's not saying that he's already admitted to, which is that he wants to conclude this cycle of not communicating with her about what is truly happening with him. He wants to communicate with her that how she is her wish, but yet he's withholding that right now because he's just going through too much. So what she's saying is, you're just kind of silent on the topic that I really need to know about. So I'm reflecting, Six of Cups in her heart. I'm reflecting, but this is creating a burden, Ten of Flames, on the relationship. Your non-communicative nature about this situation that is impacting our life, the Tower, it is creating a burden for me. The next message, summer, clarified by Page of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, this is lack. Five of Pentacles is rejection. It's lack. It's self-worth. Okay, so what she's trying to say here is that this is Page of Cups with the lack card, with this Five of Pentacles card, and with summer, I just got that while it's not necessarily a timeline, right, of what happened maybe in the past, but I just feel like she's kind of warming up from this whole rejection. Like, you know, you didn't really reject me because I kind of, you coming back, you communicating, you kind of sharing this Page of Cups, this little offer of love, right? Not as the Knight. She's ready for the Knight now. She really should be wanting the King of Cups, but she's just kind of like, tell me something. So what she's saying here is this Page of Cups offer that you gave me, maybe that was in the summertime, I don't know. But she's warmed up from this rejection energy. I don't really feel like she's feeling rejected. Now she's kind of beyond that. Now it's kind of like, tell me what's happening, tell me the truth, and let's keep it moving. Last message, commitment. Five of Wands is in his heart space. Ace of Swords is in his 3D space. So what she's saying is this commitment right now is being blocked by all of this energy, all of this battling, all of this confusion and conflict that you have in your heart, in your life. Gain some clarity so we can move it forward. All right, what's in the current connection? Remember I said Four of Wands, bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. So here's what we have. The Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups didn't come up anywhere, but you know, it has come up in the past. So I'm really just taking this as an energy, okay? Not person or anything like that, but it's very much like, you know, have compassion. They have compassion for each other at this time. She is having compassion, but she's not smothering, okay? They want the Ten of Pentacles. They want this long-term relationship. This is a duplicate card for her, right? Ten of Pentacles energy, long-term, everything coming together. And this is current energy. So they have compassion. They're wanting to build this life. They want this new beginning with the Fool. And they want to move away from things that don't serve them with the Eight of Cups so that they can honor this contract with the Hierophant. Okay? In the future, the scales will be balanced. Thank God. The wheel will turn into better times. Okay, remember Justice? Justice came up already in his 3D space. Justice came up in her heart space this third time. So justice will be served. Wheel came up in his space. Okay, but I also kind of take it, this conclusion card is kind of a wheel energy, that the wheel will turn. Okay, so they're going to get into some better times in the future because they have been in the Hermit's energy, which they have discovered themselves. They are enlightened. Okay, and there's a little bit of, you know, trapping that occurs. So maybe if they were, you know, in the self-discovery mode, that maybe that trapped them for a little bit where they might be alone for a little while in the future. Okay, still trying to get out. Eight of Swords is in his 3D space. So but the thing is, we end with the Ace of Wands, which is this new and improved, energized beginning. A new and improved masculine, a new and improved feminine, and a new and improved divine connection. Okay, that's what we have. That is your Monday reading. I hope that resonated. Let me know. Again, if you want to book your own personal reading, please message me. Or I'm sorry, please go to my website, queenoflight1111.com. If you want to email me or message me, you can do so there as well. Okay? Have a great Monday, everybody. I will be back on Wednesday. Bye.